Hello everybody, today we will discuss about vectors. So, vector is nothing but this is used in the ancient geometry, that is history. Specifically in a European space, vectors are used to represent quantities that have both magnitude and direction, which may be added and subtracted, scaled. In the modern form, vectors were developed by the Josiah Willard Gibbs, Oliver Heaviside and James Clerk Maxwell in the late 19th century. Physical quantities are classified into two types, one is scalar quantities, second one is vector quantities. And vector, that is in our day to day life, we encounter many quantities like weight, our weight and height, length, time, distance, speed, work, money, volume, area, displacement, velocity, force, acceleration, etc. we are using. So, in everyday life we are using the vector. Now, we consider the case of a cricket player who hits the ball from the bowler to the boundary and gets 4 runs. Here the quantity hitting force to ball involves muscular strength, that is magnitude, and direction of the ball to the boundary, that will be direction. Such quantities are called vectors, but getting 4 runs is a real number which is a magnitude, and such quantities are called as scalars. Now, suppose I am walking from this place to another place. So, I am displaying some displacement from one place to another place. This displacement is a one direction, that direction is also a vector. So, vector now we are using in any field, that is the projectile, any science and technology, in any field we are using the vectors. So, the first we go for the basic concept of vector. A vector is nothing but a physical quantity having both magnitude and direction. It is also a directed line segment, that is A B. Suppose this is from A to B, we are moving from A to B. This is a directed line having magnitude and the direction. So, A B suppose is your, the magnitude is your, that is a vector having magnitude as small a, this is termed as magnitude. So, this is your the vector from A to B. Then come to, we take the different types of vectors. First is your 0 vector or null vector. A vector whose initial and terminal point are coincident is called the, suppose a vector starting from this place to again this place. So, initial point is this and final point is also that point, that is called as 0 vector. So, 0 vector is treated as, that is 0. So, 0 vector, it has a infinite direction. So, 0 vector having a infinite direction, and this is also parallel to any of the vector. Then come to another unit vector, a vector whose magnitude or modulus is unity, that is 1 unit, is called a unit vector. So, unit vector, suppose the A B vector whose unit is suppose 1. So, this is called as unit vector. Unit vector having the magnitude at 1. Then come to collinear vector or parallel vector. 2 or more vectors are said to be collinear if they are parallel. Collinear vector, suppose these two vectors are collinear vectors. Suppose this is your A B and C D. These two vectors are also collinear or parallel vector in the same line, irrespective of their magnitude and direction. Suppose this is another, this is your magnitude, this is your, this is A B is this type of magnitude, C D having this type of magnitude, but having different directions, or these are two parallel irrespective of its magnitude are also direction. These two vectors are parallel and collinear vector. Co-initial vector is your co-initial vector, initial point is same. This is your co-initial vector, So, the vector having the same initial point called the co-initial vector. Then come to co-equal vector. Two vector A and B are said to be equal if they have same magnitude and direction regardless of the position of the initial point and written as A equal to B. Suppose this is a vector, this is also another vector. These two are equal vector having same magnitude and direction regardless of the position of their initial point. Suppose this is your initial point, this is your initial point. Then come to co-terminus vector. This is your co-initial vector, co-terminus vector is this, co-terminus. Terminal point is same, common terminal point. Two or more vector having same terminal point are called the co-terminus vector. Then come to free vector. If the value of a vector depends on its length and direction which is independent of its position in the space is called a free vector. Then come to like vector. Two vectors are said to be like irrespective of their direction and magnitude. So, the another vector is your unlike vector. Two vectors are said to be unlike vector. This is your like vector. This is your like vector and this is your unlike vector having opposite direction. Two vectors are said to be unlike vector if they are opposite direction and different magnitude. Then come to position vector of a point. So, this is very much important. A vector and a point, we have to take the, suppose a point in the 3-dimensional space, in the 3-dimensional space or space, suppose a point is like this, we have to position. Suppose this P having x, y, z. So, position vector of this point is considered from the reference, that is your origin of reference, that is OP. OP vector is equal to x I cap plus y j cap plus z k cap, or that is x, y, z. This is your x axis, y axis and z axis. So, I, j, k are the unit vector along the direction of x, y and z. So, this is your position of the vector. This line makes an angle, makes some projection on x axis. This is your suppose x, and another projection, this is your y and this is your z. So, this component of that vector is your x, y and z. So, this is your position vector. Then come to another vector. Position vector means in geometry a position vector is also known as a location or radius vector that represent the position of a point P in space in respect to an arbitrary point, arbitrary reference origin O, and it correspond to straight line segment from O to P and denoted as R. So, this is denoted as R vector. So, R vector is your x I cap plus y j cap plus z k cap. So, this is your position vector of a point. So, here I cap, this is a unit vector 1 0 0, j cap is your 0 1 0, k cap is your 0 0 1. So, these three unit vector along x axis and y axis and z axis. Then come to a line segment or any vector. Suppose another point is this, suppose this is your q having coordinate x1, y1, z1. Now, we draw a line, direct a line from this to this. This is your, the OQ is your, OQ vector is your x1 I cap, y1 j cap plus z1 k cap. Then OP, now we have to find out the PQ line segment or PQ vector. So, one is your position vector, another is PQ vector. PQ vector is nothing but is your OQ vector minus OP vector, because OP plus PQ is equal to OQ. OP vector plus PQ vector is equal to OQ vector, because here the initial point is O, final point is P. Here the P for PQ vector, this is your initial point and this is your terminal point, and OP plus PQ is equal to OQ. So, OQ or PQ becomes here, this is PQ is equal to OQ minus OP. So, OQ, this is nothing but is your position vector of Q minus position vector of P. So, OQ minus OP, this becomes here, this becomes PQ vector is your x minus x1. PQ vector is equal to x1 minus x into I cap plus y1 minus y j cap plus z1 minus z k cap. Suppose because OQ is your x1 I cap, y1 j cap plus z1 k cap, OP is your x I cap plus y1 j cap, z1 k cap. So, this is your PQ line. So, easily we can find out the vector PQ, or this is your line PQ. This is your line vector PQ. And suppose we write line vector QP. This becomes your minus of line vector PQ. Then what is the magnitude of this PQ? Magnitude of the PQ is nothing but is your, this is your, then come to magnitude. Magnitude of the vector PQ. This becomes PQ magnitude, that is your root over of, that is your component. PQ vector, the component is your x1 minus x, another is y1 minus y, and z1 minus z is your z component. This is your x1 minus x whole square plus y1 minus y whole square plus z1 minus z whole square. So, this is your magnitude of the vector. Already this can be displayed in the slide. You can easily then find the, suppose take an example, find the magnitude of the vector joining, suppose 3 2 minus 1, and another is 2 4 minus 3. This is your A point, B point. So, AB magnitude, first write down the AB vector is nothing but is your 2 minus 3 I cap plus 4 minus 2 j cap plus minus 3 minus of minus 1 k cap. So, this becomes minus I cap plus 2 j cap minus 2 k cap. So, AB ର magnitude, the magnitude of AB is nothing but 0 root over of minus 1 ର square plus 2 ର square minus 2 ର square. This becomes your 3. Then come to algebra of vectors. So, addition and subtraction of vectors in 2D. We can also add two vectors. If A and B are two vectors, then the sum will be A plus B and subtraction will be A minus B. Suppose this is a vector, this is your A vector, this is your B vector. Then we consider this vector as like this. Suppose this is your A point, this is your B point. Now we take the case of this, suppose this is your C vector. Now we draw another line perpendicular to x axis. So, this is your Ax, this is your Ay. Similarly, since this is a B vector, this is your also your B vector. We parallel taking this in this way. So, this is your, this vector is your By, Bx, this is your By. Suppose this is your C vector, then C vector can be expressed as, this is your Cx, this is your Cx, this is your Cy, total. Total is your Cy, because this is your C vector. তাহলে C at Cx plus Cy. So, Cx is nothing but your Ax, this is your Ax, this is your Bx. So, Ax plus Bx, this is your Ay plus By. So, this means Ax plus Bx or By plus Bx plus By. This is your A vector plus B vector. Thank you. This is for your algebra of vectors. Then we can discuss later on. Dear student, we have already discussed about the addition of vectors in 2D on this whiteboard. Already we have discussed about the addition of vectors in 2D. If two vectors A and B are represented in magnitude and direction by the two sides of a triangle ABC taken in the same order, and their sum A plus B represented by the third side taken in the reverse order, because we have already discussed on this blackboard, on this whiteboard. Then come to subtraction of two vectors. This is your subtraction of two vectors. This is A B vector is your suppose B vector, A C also your A vector, then B C vector, this vector in this direction, this is your direction. So, A B direction plus B C direction is equal to S C direction. A B direction plus B C direction vector is equal to S C vector. In this way, we get the subtraction of two vectors. Then come to, already we have known that parallelogram law of addition of vectors. If two vectors A and B are represented in magnitude and direction by the two adjacent sides of a parallelogram, then their sum A plus B is depicted at the diagonal of the parallelogram, which is co-initial with the given vectors. So, we have already known that parallelogram law of vectors, addition of vectors in the physics. Suppose this is your A vector, this is your B vector. We can draw it in this way, forming a parallelogram. So, this parallelogram becomes your, this is your resultant vector, this is your A plus B, because this is your A vector, this is your B vector. Suppose this is your capital A B C D. So, A B vector is equal to A vector, A B vector is equal to B vector. We draw another line vector in this direction. B C also your B vector, then the resultant vector is your A plus B. This is called as parallelogram law of addition of vectors. Addition of vectors. Similarly, you can draw this line in this way. If we draw this line in this way, we take, this is your A addition, this is your A minus B vector, this is your B minus A vector, this is your B minus A vector, because this is your A vector, B minus A. So, A cancel, this becomes your B vector. This is your parallelogram law of addition of vectors. Then come to properties of addition or subtraction of vectors. Vector addition is commutative. Commutative means A plus B vector is equal to B plus A vector. Vector addition is also associative. A plus B then plus C also equal to A plus B plus C. This is your associative property. A plus B plus C is equal to A plus B plus C. This is your associative property. So, vector addition is associative. Similarly, existence of additive identity. if we add a vector with 0 vector, gets the same vector. Suppose A is a vector plus 0 vector, this gives your A vector. So, 0 vector acts as a additive identity, additive identity. Similarly, 0 vector plus A vector, again existence of additive inverse. For A vector there is a another minus A. So, minus A acts as a additive inverse. So, A vector plus minus A vector, this gives your 0 vector. This is your minus A plus A. So, this is your properties of the addition and subtraction of vectors. Then come to multiplication of vector by a scalar. If we multiply a vector with a scalar, this becomes, suppose M. So, let M be a scalar and A be a vector, then M into A is defined as the vector having the same support as that of A, such that the magnitude is modulus of M, modulus of M into A. This vector is equal to modulus of M into A vector. This is your scalar multiplication of vector. If M be a scalar and A be a vector, it will multiply to this vector, and the magnitude of this is becomes your M rho magnitude, that is scalar magnitude into A rho magnitude. So, this becomes the scalar multiple of vector. This has also some properties are there. M into Na, M into Na is equal to M into Na is equal to Mn into A is equal to N into Ma. Similarly, where M and are scalars, M and N are scalars. If we multiply M plus N, sum of two scalars into a vector, this becomes your M into A plus N into A. Similarly, 1 into A vector, this becomes your A vector. 0 into A vector, this also equal to 0 vector. Here 0 is a scalar quantity, not a vector. Similarly, we can also taking the section formula. Section formula, in the section formula there are two types of section. One is internal section, another is external section. Suppose we take a vector, suppose this is your O, this is your A, this is your B. OA vector is your A vector, OB vector is equal to B vector. Then suppose this is your P, P is a point divides AB internally in the ratio, suppose M is to N. So, this is your A whose position vector A having position vector as small a vector and B vector having position vector as small b vector. Then we write OP and PA is equal to OA vector. So, OP vector is equal to suppose R vector, R plus PA, PA is equal to suppose M, PA is equal to write down PA, and this is your OA vector is equal to A vector. So, PA is equal to A vector minus R vector. Similarly, OB vector plus BP vector is equal to OP vector. OB vector is equal to B vector plus BP vector is equal to BP, write down BP, OP is equal to R vector. So, BP vector R vector minus B vector. So, in this triangle, this ratio becomes your PA by PB, PA by PB is equal to OA by OB. So, this becomes your M by N is equal to A minus R by R minus B. So, this becomes MR minus MB is equal to an minus nr, or m plus n whole into r is equal to an plus mb. This becomes your r vector is equal to na plus mb by m plus n. So, this is your section formula. So, OP, so P is a point whose position vector is r. This divides AB in the ratio m is to n. This gives us n into A plus m into B. This means n is multiplied with A, m is multiplied with B. So, this becomes Na plus mb by m plus n. So, this is your internal division or section formula, internal section formula. Then also come to the external. External means suppose we so P point lying outside this A vector and B vector. This point divides. Suppose this is your A vector, this is your B vector, this is your A, position vector is A, B, position vector is B. So, this divides m is to n ratio. So, here P divides lying outside AB in the ratio m is to n. That means also here the case is the r vector becomes here, this is your external division. External division, r vector becomes your mb na minus mb divided by n minus m. This is your external division. Okay, fine. Okay, student, we have already discussed about the section formula, that is internal and external. From this we have r, if r is the midpoint of the line segment having the position vector as a and b, then the position vector of the midpoint r is given by a plus b by 2. So, by adding these two vectors and divided by 2, because the ratio between them, that is m is equal to n in the internal division formula. The vector 0 vector has arbitrary direction and also parallel to any vector. Next is two vectors a and minus a are always collinear. That remind it, because this is for your short question. For any two vectors a and b, a plus b ର magnitude is less than equal to mod of a or magnitude of a plus mod of b, that is called triangle inequality theorem. So, for any two vector a and b, a minus b ର vector is greater than equal to mod of a minus mod of b. This becomes, that is your mod of a plus b is less than equal to mod of a vector plus mod of b vector, that is triangle inequality theorem. A minus b ର whole mod is greater than equal to mod of a vector minus mod of b vector. And similarly, if a plus b vector ର magnitude is equal to a ର magnitude plus b ର magnitude, then can we assume or then can we set the a and b are in the right direction or same direction. 0 vector is also parallel to any of the every vector. A minus a becomes your 0 vector, a vector minus a vector, that is confusing. This becomes, that is not your 0. This becomes your a minus a vector is equal to 0 vector, that is not your scalar 0. Again, collinearity of 3 points. If 3 points whose position vector is a, b, c, then it is said to be collinear if there exist non-zero scalars x, y, z such that x a plus y b plus z c is equal to 0, where x plus y plus z is equal to 0. Or another way we can also collinearity testing, if 3 points a vector, b vector, c vector are said to be collinear if one of the vector a b can be expressed as the scalar multiple of other two vectors. Suppose these two are a vector and b vector. Suppose we have a, b, c are position vector. A, B, C are position vector of A, B and C. Then we can find out AB vector and BC vector. These 3 points are said to be collinear if AB vector can be expressed as some scalar multiple of BC vector. That is your collinearity testing. Again, some questions is there, find the vector from origin to the centroid of a triangle. That is also most important. Centroid of a triangle whose position vector is given as, suppose A position vector is B, B having position vector is B and C as position vector is C. Position vector means that is starting from the order of reference, that is O. This is your B, this is your C. So, A having position vector A, B having position B, C as position vector C. Then we draw a median. This is called median. Another median is there. Median means the line which divides the midpoint or the joining the midpoint of the opposite side. So, this is your midpoint. Suppose this is your D, this is your E. D is the midpoint of SC, BC and SC. So, D having coordinate, that is a vector, position vector is B plus C by 2, because this is D is the midpoint of BC, E is the midpoint of SC. Then P is the centroid. So, P divides this line segment or this vector in the ratio internally 2:1. So, 2 is multiplied with this, 1 is multiplied with this, then becomes 2 is multiplied B plus C by 2, 1 is multiplied with A. This becomes the coordinate or the position vector as P. Suppose this is equal to R, which is given as A plus B plus C by 3, because 2 plus 1, that is 3, this is 2 is multiplied with B plus C, that becomes B plus C, 1 is multiplied with A, this becomes A. So, this is from your internal division formula. So, the centroid of the triangle is nothing but the A plus B. Suppose A having coordinate 1, minus 3, 5, and another is, suppose this is your 2, 3, 4, this is your 5, 3, 7 coordinate, or in the vector this can treated as 5 I 3j plus 7k. Here is I minus 3j plus 5k. Here is 2I plus 3j plus 4k. So, this is in the coordinate, this is in the vector. So, the centroid P is your, so adding this is 3 plus 1, 4, 2, that is 6, 6 I cap plus, this is your 3I 3j, 3j cancel plus 3j plus 7k plus 5k, 12k plus 16k by 3, or that is 2I plus j plus 16 by 3k. So, this is your coordinate of the centroid for this question. And another question is there, PQR with the position vector as A minus 2b plus 3c, A minus 2b plus 3c. Another vector is 2a plus 3b minus 4c. And another is minus 7b plus 10c. These 3 vectors. This is given as, suppose this is taken as P vector, Q vector and R vector. So, this is a position vector PQ. You can easily find out PQ vector, because this is a point, this is a point. So, PQ vector if can be expressed as some scalar into QR vector. So, you can easily find out the QR vector by subtracting R position vector of R minus position vector of Q. So, if PQ can be expressed as the some scalar multiple of QR, then we can say PQR are collinear. Then come to ABC are the position vector of the points ABC respectively. Then what is the value of AB plus BC plus CA? So, this is becomes your AB plus BC plus CA. Suppose this taken as a these three vector A, B, C. So, AB vector plus BC vector, AB vector plus BC vector is equal to AC vector. This is from the, this is AB plus BC is equal to CA vector. So, this becomes AB plus BC minus CA vector is equal to 0 vector. So, minus CA vector, this becomes your AB plus BC plus AC is equal to 0. So, answer is your 0 vector for this case. Then come to, if a vector makes an angle alpha, beta, gamma or A, B, C, if a vector, if P, this vector makes an angle with this is your suppose alpha, this is your beta and this is your gamma with z axis, then the R vector can be expressed as cos alpha I cap plus cos alpha j cap, cos beta plus cos gamma k cap. That means this is your direction cosines of that line. So, direction cosines DCS of the line of the vector OP are cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma. Suppose we draw a line on the x axis. So, this is your suppose OPM. So, cos alpha is nothing but is your OM by OP, OM by OP, or OM is your OP by OP cos alpha, OP cos alpha. OP means this is your R, OM is equal to R cos alpha. So, this direction cosines also known as LMN, LM and N. So, in this case we have OM, this is your projection of this vector on x axis, this is your projection of this OP vector on x axis. So, OM is equal to R cos alpha, or this is equal to OM is equal to LR. Similarly, on the y axis this is your MR and on the z axis this is your NR. Suppose we find the unit vector along the direction of R vector, then unit vector along the direction of OP vector. So, this is nothing but is your R vector divided by R of magnitude. This is your R vector and R by magnitude. So, any vector in that direction you have to find out the unit vector. Then we take the case of this R vector is your x I cap plus y j cap plus z k cap by root over of x square plus y square plus z square. So, from this L is equal to x by root over of x square plus y square plus z square. M is equal to y by root over of x square plus y square plus z square. N is equal to z by root over of x square plus y square plus z square. So, from this result we have L square plus m square plus n square is equal to 1. If the sum of the directions of that vector is equal to always equal to 1. Okay. Then come to the unit vector V can be expressed as that cos alpha I cap and cos beta j cap plus cos gamma k cap. Similarly, if two vectors are same, suppose we consider a vector R vector is equal to R1 I cap R2 j cap plus R3 k cap, and S vector is equal to S1 I cap S2 j cap plus S3 k cap. These two vectors are same, R is equal to S, then we can say R1 is equal to S1, R2 is equal to S2, R3 is equal to S3, no doubt. So, two vectors are said to be equal if these components are must be same. Similarly, if these two vectors are said to be collinear, then their ratio R1 by S1 is equal to R2 by S2 is equal to R3 by S3. If three vectors are said to be coplanar, suppose in case of three vectors, we say suppose three vectors are said to be coplanar, then one of the vector can be expressed as some scalar multiple or linear combination of other two vectors. Suppose A, B, C are three vectors are said to be coplanar, then if A vector can be expressed as k into B plus L into C, where k L are scalars. So, one of the vector can be expressed as, this is called linear combination, this is called linear combination of vector. Later on we can also discuss about the three vectors are said to be coplanar if the scalar triple product is equal to 0. Later on we can discuss. Then come to scalar or dot product of two vectors. If two vectors are A and B, suppose two vectors A and B are two vector dot product of two vectors. If A and B are two vectors, then A dot B, this is your dot product. A dot B is equal to A ro magnitude and B magnitude into cos theta. Suppose this is your vector A vector, this is your A vector, this is your B vector, this is your origin suppose. Then A vector of magnitude and B vector, suppose this is your theta. So, angle between these two are theta, then A dot B is equal to A magnitude into B magnitude into cos theta, or that is treated as A B cos theta. The geometrical interpretation can also be drawn in this slide. You can easily verify from this side, because A dot B is equal to A B cos theta, and we draw a perpendicular from this. Suppose this is a point, we draw a perpendicular, this is your projection, this is another projection. From this we can find out A B cos theta. A dot B is equal to A B cos theta. Suppose this is your M, O M, you can find out cos theta is equal to O A by O B, that is your B, A by B vector. Similarly, A dot B is equal to A vector magnitude, B vector magnitude into cos theta. This is your dot product of two vectors. If two vectors are said to be perpendicular, then A dot B must be equal to 0, because if theta becomes your 90 degree, then cos 90 will be 0. So, A dot B is equal to 0. For this case, we have A dot B is equal to, if F dot B is equal to 0, then two vectors are said to be perpendicular. Then A is perpendicular to B vector. Similarly, we can also find out projection of A vector, projection or scalar projection B vector on A vector. This is your A dot B by magnitude of A, because B on A means we have to find out the division of A ro magnitude. This is your scalar projection. So, scalar, the dot product of two vector is a scalar quantity. Similarly, scalar projection of B on A, one vector on another vector, you have to only find out the dot product of these two vectors divided by the A magnitude, which is expressed, the first vector is your B on A. So, which vector, that is most important. Suppose scalar projection of A on B, A dot B by B vector. Similarly, vector projection of B on A. So, you have to find out scalar projection into the unit vector along the direction of A. That means, we have to find out A vector by A vector of magnitude. This is your scalar projection into the unit vector along the vector A. So, this becomes your A dot B into A by A vector of magnitude square. So, this is your vector projection. So, these are two projections on A and B. Then come to properties of scalar product. The scalar product is also commutative. A dot B is equal to B dot A. Similarly, A dot A, suppose we take A dot A, that is A of magnitude cos 0 degree, because same vector is there. So, A dot A, that is A square. So, scalar product is also associative with respect to a scalar quantity. M into A B is equal to M A into B, A into M B. Similarly, for any vector A B, A plus B whole square is equal to A square. Suppose we take the A plus B whole square, magnitude square, that is A plus B whole square, because R square is equal to R dot R. R dot R means that is a scalar quantity. That is why the modulus of square, this is also equal to A B A plus B square. Similarly, you can also go to the next is your vector product of two vector, vector product or cross product. Vector product or cross product. In the cross product, we have A cross B. Suppose A and B are two vector. So, A cross B treated as a cross product of two vector. In this case, we have A magnitude, B magnitude into sin theta into n cap. So, where n cap be the perpendicular to both A and B unit vector perpendicular to A and B. So, in this case, suppose we take the magnitude of this A cross B, then this is your already A, this is your B, sin theta magnitude into n cap magnitude. So, n cap is your, because this is your A B sin theta into 1, because theta lies between 0 and pi. So, within the 0 pi, sin theta always positive. So, sin theta of magnitude also always equal to sin theta. So, sin theta is equal to A cross B by A B. You can easily find out this is your A magnitude into B magnitude. So, you can easily find out from the cross product, we can easily find out the angle between them. Similarly, suppose we have two vectors and find the unit vector. So, unit vector is nothing but is your A cross B by A cross B magnitude, because A cross B magnitude equal to A B sin theta, but A cross B is your A B sin theta n cap. So, A B sin theta cancelled. So, that is why n cap is equal to, this is your A B sin theta n cap, this is your A B sin theta. So, n cap becomes your A cross B by A cross B magnitude. So, you have to easily find out if two vectors are given A and B, you can easily find out the unit vector along the perpendicular to the both A and B, because n cap is the unit vector perpendicular to A and B. I cross, suppose we take I cross J, this form the right hand thumb rule. This is your I, J, K. So, I cross J is equal to K in this way. This is a cyclic way. J cross K is equal to I and K cross I is equal to J. If I cross K is equal to minus J. So, in this way. Similarly, in case of dot product, I dot I is equal to 1, but I dot J is equal to 0, because I along the x axis, J along the y axis. I dot J having the angle between them is 90 degree. So, that is why J dot K also equal to 0. In case of cross product, suppose I cross I. So, here the case is in the cross product we have sin theta. If the two vectors are same, the angle between them is 0 degree. So, that is why this equal to 0. So, cross product of two vector is a vector quantity, but the dot product of two vector is a scalar quantity. So, I dot I is equal to 0, K dot K also equal to 0, I cross J is equal to K in this way. This is your right hand thumb rule. Then come to the scalar and vector projection, that you can easily find out the from the formula you can easily find out the angle between the two vector. Angle between the two vector is nothing but is your cos theta is equal to A dot B by AB. Suppose we have to find out the angle between the two vector from the scalar dot product, we can easily find out the A dot B and AB, that is your magnitude of A and magnitude of B. So, here the question is find the angle between the I minus 2j plus I minus, suppose I minus 2j plus 3k. Another vector is 2i, 3i minus 2j plus k. Suppose this is a question. So, A dot B means 1 into 3. This is your 1 into 3 is equal to 3 minus 2 into minus 2, that is your 4, the 3 into 1, this is your 3 by the magnitude of this 3 square, that is 1 square minus 2 rho square plus 3 rho square into 3 rho square plus minus 2 rho square plus 1 rho square. So, this is equal to the root over same is. So, this is your 10 by 3 rho square 9 plus 4 and 1. In this way you can find out the all these the scalar triple product and vector triple product. So, the next class we can discuss about the scalar triple product and vector triple product, or any question you have, then we can clarify in the next class. Okay, fine.